Hello and welcome back to the Movie Attic. I'm Mike, and as I've said about 7,500 times, this is the Attic where I discuss and review movies, DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks for all the nice people out there in YouTube land. This is my monthly haul video. I know I'm a little late this month, so I've already taken the test and I'm fine. There's nothing to worry about. So anyway, I usually divide these up into two videos. This one's usually the Deaf Crocodile Vinegar Syndrome haul, and sometimes Criterion, but I didn't get any Criterion this month, so it's going to have some other movies with kind of an Asian theme going for the whole haul, except for the one movie. So, without further ado, let's jump into the Deaf Crocodile first. First up, we have The Legend of the Sacred Stone. This is the Super Deluxe Edition, which I don't know if there was a standard edition with this one. And there's the back artwork after you take off the capital J card. And if you don't know what this basically is puppets. If I was to describe it, it would be almost like Jerry Anderson, if you know who that is. He did the Thunderbirds and Supercar and all that stuff from the 60s. It's like a cross between that and like the Shaw Brothers, if you can imagine that mashup. And maybe a little Tarantino thrown in. It comes in a nice thick box, as they usually do. Nice thick booklet, as usual, with, like I always say, all the vital information you want to know about this stuff. I knew a bit about this going into it, just because we had seen a similar show. We used to have anime night, and we watched something very similar to this, but I forget what it was called. There's that, nice and glary. Comes with inside artwork, which is pretty nice artwork. And gotta get a bigger table up here. There's the disc art, and I have popped it in just to see, what it was. It's very action-packed, by the way. And the reason I wanted to do this one first is because Deaf Crocodile is doing their 6-month membership thing that they do. And I've already got my membership. I just got it yesterday or the day before. Anyway, I'll put it up on the screen here. I think it's a good deal. If you like foreign films, that's basically all Deaf Crocodile puts out is foreign films. And, it's often said, and I'm no salesman. I'm barely a YouTuber. A lot of these salesmen say, and insurance companies, there's a plan that fits every budget. In this case, it's actually true. Like I say, I'll post up the memberships and how much they are. And the lowest membership starts at $50. And if you buy one or two of these movies, there's your $50. And then the other nice thing is, and I'll post it up too, there's a list of what's planned to come out in that 6-month period. So obviously you can look at the list, maybe research some of the movies, and if you don't see enough titles that you would want to get, then of course there wouldn't be any point in getting a membership. So that's my unofficial sponsoring Deaf Crocodile. But I love them. I always get I always get the $150 membership, and then they actually give you $175 credit, and I have that gone through within like the first 2 or 3 months because I buy a lot of their stuff. But anyway, that's the first title, and that's the first one I wanted to show off. So next up, I might as well do the Vinegar Syndrome, because there was only one. It's not actually Vinegar Syndrome, it's their partner label. And I forget what the partner label was, but the movie is Mr. K, starring Crispin Glover. This was the only movie I was really thinking on buying, and I didn't get the limited slipcover. I know I was sad for days after I didn't get that. Has kind of, I guess it's reversible artwork, which is not too bad. Not really any disc art to speak of. And I was on the fence about this movie, and luckily I didn't get hurt. But I had read some things, and then I thought, well, I better check out and see what this ending. A lot of people were complaining about how it ended. And I thought, knowing what the ending was, or what it basically was, I was like, I'll take a chance on it. Sometimes, and I think this is lost with a lot of people today, sometimes the journey is worth, the whole thing. Not necessarily how it ends, but just, the whole path along the way. So there's the very small Deaf Crocodile and Vinegar Syndrome haul. So in the theme of, I guess, Asian cinema, I picked up this movie, the Steelbook of Speed Racer, which came with this card, and there's the back artwork. I had never watched this cartoon as a kid, but it is a Japanese cartoon, and I remember when they made the comes with a disc and the digital code, has inside artwork and has a red disc. And I guess I could show the front and back together. They're kind of a continuation. I was super surprised. It seemed like everybody was buying this. And I walked into my local Walmart, and there 2 of them sat. So I was like, I'm getting this. I had just gotten the Blu-ray like a year ago, so of course they had to come out with a 4K of it. And I had heard nothing but great things about how this looks, because it's so colorful. So I'm very much looking forward to checking that out. I did not pop that in, or Mr. K, the previous one. So the last 3 titles I have to show off are, well, I'll start with one, of course. The Angry River. I had gone into my Barnes & Noble, not the closest one to the house, but one I usually go to. And I saw this on the shelf, on the new releases. And I I looked at it, turned it around, and saw this monster on the back. Now, I'm all about kaiju and, Japanese monsters and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to get that. And it's put out by 88 Films. All 3 of them are put out by 88 Films. So the cover itself, I was immediately drawn to. And it had reversible artwork, so I already changed it out. Like I always say, I like to do that, so it's all different thing. I like the black transparent cases these are in. There's the disc art. The art in behind it's the same as the slip cover. Comes with, and each one of these I believe comes with these posters that maybe if you're not careful with, you might rip. Which I didn't, thank goodness. Comes with the, yeah, it looks like the two different artworks that are on the thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. And to boot, these were all 30% off. And essentially each one of these, and for all you get, you know, the poster, the reversible artwork, disc art, a nice, and this is not like a thin slipcover box. This is a hefty slipcover box. It was all these, each one of them was under 20 bucks. So I thought, and they had these other two, so I was like, yeah, there's no picture on the back of a monster, but I'll get these ones too. So I picked up this one, which I guess is the Himalayan. And as you can see right there, that's a Himalayan right there on the ground. Like I say, nice thick slipcover box. Reversible artwork. I don't know if I can show the back of that one. But there's the disc art. And like I say, it's the artwork in behind is the same as the slip box because I switched it out. And it comes with a super, super cool poster, which, let's see if I can get this one unfolded, which comes, you know, is the two different artworks that are on the slip box and the disc case. And these are Blu-rays, by the way, in case I did not mention it. Two of these are in a, I don't even know what they call it, something scope, which is a wide screen or a wider screen, and then one of them's not in that same aspect ratio. And I think this is the one that's not in that aspect ratio. And the third one we have is the Invincible 8. Which is the same deal. And there's that, I don't know if you can read it, the scope, which is the, you know, the fancier widescreen. There's the thick slipcover box. There's the reversible artwork, single Blu-ray disc, and the poster. And let's see how easy this one is to unfurl. And like I said, it's the same artwork as the two, the slip box and the case. So, I mean, I'm no movie guru or whatever you want to call it, but I thought for under 20 bucks, I thought they were really nice. And I like this kind of stuff. I have the giant Shaw Brother box sets. And so I like this kind of stuff. I did watch the Angry River, and I do plan on doing a review of it. And yeah, I liked it. It was well choreographed. So there is the first part of my haul video. I might actually just change and make the second one here pretty soon. So that should be coming very shortly as well. So if you picked up any of these titles, or what did you pick up in May, leave a comment down in the comment section. Like I always say, I'd love to discuss it. And so until next time, when I have something completely different in the attic, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.